Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashe Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. So today I'm going to be doing a Chinese drama review with you guys. This drama is called Dating in the Kitchen. It airs on Tuesdays and Wednesday and it has a total of 24 episodes. So it is actually very short for a Chinese drama. I was actually able to watch the first 4 episodes of it and I actually do really like it. I do hear people, they enjoy it, they love it, but it's just the age difference that they don't really like because the main girl, she's actually like in her early 20s and the main guy, he's like in his late 30s or he's like 39 or something like that. But so far I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it, and there's food in there. But yeah, so today I'm going to be going over the cast synopsis in the first 4 episodes with you guys. So let's go on and jump into it. As for our cast, we have Zhang Luxin playing Gu Xiangyan, and then Li Shang playing Lu Jin, Zhang Xiaoqing playing Meng Xingjie, Yu Xinghe playing Xu Xiaodi, Fang Gafei playing Cheng Qi-chen, and then Wu Yangheng playing Gao Chun'an. As for our synopsis, working at the Xinjin Hotel, Gu Xiangyan was an unexpected or an underestimated chef or worker there, and she's not getting where she wants to get, but she's always, she has a freestyle character expressing in food and she loves it and she's very skilled. But things gets worse when a lot of misunderstanding causes her to meet this sharp-tongued CEO, Lu Jin. And Lu Jin is this business prodigy who makes tough decisions and all these stuff like that, and he's not afraid to do it. And ready to bring down this hotel, his mind changes when he actually ends up getting a taste of Gu Xiangyan's food, and he fell in love with it. And this brings them to work together to where she's the chef to cook for him, and she's talented. He sees all of that in her, and throughout of it, they get entangled, and a lot of things get unexpected. Love sparks, and a lot of things pretty much unfolds between the two of them being together. Recap on the first 4 episodes. The drama starts us off with Gu Xiangyan getting ready, heading to go to the hotel, this 5-star hotel where she actually works in a restaurant, and we see her making commands and stuff like that. It turns out she's just an assistant who preps ingredients. So as she's prepping an ingredient, one of her fellow co-worker tells her that she should make her famous finger-licking fried rice, where other chefs loves it too, and she should make it. But she has to secretly cook in the back room for to do that. She agrees and she decides to go and do it. And then when she finishes cooking, she's like, okay, I have one final touch, which is my final ingredient. She goes and get her final ingredient, leaving the stove on, catching fire in the back room. And as she puts this time she puts her bandana on her face so she doesn't smell all the smoke, and she goes and get a pail of water. And at this time, Lu Jin is on his way to the restaurant, and he ends up running into the fire, and he ends up going to stop the fire. And he pulls out a cigar and lights it up, and he's about to put it on the smoke detector. So it detects it, so the sprinkler water goes off. She sees him, she takes it the wrong way. She ends up throwing the pile of water on him, and he was just like, what the hell? But he gets the sprinklers to work, and then he, it's like raining, killing the fire and everything, and he leaves. Well, this leads her to getting fired because she's secretly cooking and she burned down the back room. Then, she gets fired, and we move on to see Lu Jin, who is this rich CEO staying at this hotel. So pretty much in a way he critiques or whether he's going to put on their investment into it and everything. So he's a very, very picky eater, and he's a big foodie person, but he's very, very picky, and he has a lot of judgment and everything like that. So it's the reason he's like that. It's due to his current lifestyle, which we see it, and all these food that gets served to him, he complains a lot about it, and pretty much the restaurants runs out of food to serve him. So they're like, what's going to happen? Because if we don't get him to enjoy our food here and stuff like that, love our hotel, he's going to give us a bad rating. They're going to pull out their investment and all those things like that. So they end up giving him this finger licking fried rice, and he loves it. he loves it so much, and he just wants to meet the chef and cook more of it, but they can't because it was Gu Xiangyan and they fired her already. Well, in the meantime, Gu Xiangyan's friend Xu Xiaodi calls her to go beat up her ex-boyfriend because Xu Xiaodi's ex-boyfriend, lied to her and all things like that. So Gu Xiangyan goes and wrecked his car at the hotel. She ended up at Lu Jin's car, and she ended up putting flour all over his car, and he caught her on camera. So basically, she's now caught in a situation with him. They don't know who each other yet, and she has to pay back the damages. And she's like, what am I gonna do? I'm jobless and I'm in debt now. I don't know what to do. She ends up going to go visit her grandpa, which is he has this little place in this little town restaurant, and at the same time it's also Lu Jin's birthday, and nobody wishes him happy birthday besides even his mother doesn't remember. So he's sad, and he goes out at the hotel to go find food because none of the food there is to his liking. He ends up at Gu Xiangyan's grandfather's restaurant, and he ended up eating her cooking again, and he fell in love with it. He wanted to go thank the chef, and as he walked into the kitchen, he saw the back of her, and she takes the spoon and twirl into her hair and makes it into a bun, and he sees her, and she books it before her grandfather comes in because he forbids her to cook in his kitchen. And so she runs away, and the spoon fell out of her hair. He picks it up and keeps it as a souvenir because he loves this person's cooking, and it's just so good. Well, the next day, Gu Xiangyan gets her job back, and Lu Jin requests that she is the only one to come back and cook for him. So now she becomes the chef at the hotel, but she only cooks when he requests for food. So they haven't officially met each other, that she's his chef and he's the person she has to cook for. They met each other outside of that, So when she got hired that night, her friend celebrates with her that she got her promotion. She ends up drunk, going to Lu Jin's hotel room to thank him, cause confusion and everything between them, and she's afraid to meet him again. After that, they run into each other again. She tries to hide herself multiple times from him, but just to learn that he knew it was her all along, that she was the girl from the fire, and she's the girl that cooks for him and all these things like that, so everything is the same. So she continues to end up causing a lot of trouble and all these things like that, and sometimes it's his fault too, but he puts the blame on her and everything. So they get a lot of entanglement and everything like that, and he doesn't want to get involved with her anymore, so he chooses to not eat her food anymore. But wherever he goes, the food is not to his liking, so he strikes a deal with her where she has to, in order to pay off the debt to his car damage, she has to cook him food for him, and it's at her place until the payment settles. So this is where their love starts and their journey begins, where we get to see why he lives such a lonely life and all these things like that, and how she brings the light to him, and he loves her cooking and food, and they go through a lot of things. And basically she's a very poor girl, and he walks into her life, and even though he's really, really rich and he has everything, he's actually a very sad and lonely person, and he just wants someone to notice him and to see him and to love him. And she gives him that, and she notices him. And so that's pretty much the first 4 episodes of it, and I actually watched parts and parts and actually get through to it. Their love eventually starts sparking immediately after episode 7 and 8 like that, and they start to fall in love. And then obviously his mom comes in, and all these people come in, and they try to prevent them from being together because they're very different from each other, but to him, he doesn't really care, but she's like, I have nothing, and I love cooking. I don't want to lose any of that, So far it's a really, really cute drama. So if you guys have not checked it out, I do recommend it. I really like it, and honestly, Lucia, she has a lot of dramas, and I always enjoy watching her dramas, and so her acting is good and everything like that. So she's the trend right now, and I'm really enjoying it. So this is one of my current Chinese drama I'm watching. So I don't know, I don't want to blab around for too long, but if you guys have not checked it out, do check it out. And that's it for today. I will see you guys in the next drama review.